Houston's offensive line is horrendous. People were telling me, oh, they got a new OC, CJ Stroud. He can move the O-line around now. He's got control of the offense. Hell no. It looked horrendous. It blows my mind, their ability to neglect the offensive line year after year, and they don't want to protect CJ Stroud. They got a great defense. They got good weapons. They got a good quarterback. They don't want to give him protection. This team refuses to protect their franchise quarterback, and I just don't get it. They're very undisciplined. Again, this year, a very undisciplined team. Fifth in total penalties last year. 11 penalties against the Rams week 1. Their defense, Steven, elite unit. They gave the Rams a real tough time putting pressure on the quarterback. Secondary is really good. You got Stingley, CJ Gardner-Johnson, a bunch of dogs back there. But again, the protection is bad. You trade away Laramie Tunsil, who was your most talented offensive lineman last year. What are you doing? Like, CJ's career is going to the garbage, and of course there's an argument you can make. CJ might have to step up at some point. If we're going to consider him a top 10 quarterback in the league, you got the defense, you got some weapons, you got to make things happen once in a while, for sure. And they're benefiting from a terrible division. But there is a glaring weakness on this team, and it's the O-line, and it's shocking that it hasn't been addressed.
So I'm a CJ Stroud owner in Dynasty. I took him in the first round following his rookie campaign, where I believe he had the most passing touchdowns in the history for a rookie in a single season. Since then, something's been wrong with this offense. They started blaming Bobby Sloak. Now they got a new offensive coordinator. Doesn't look like much is the same. There's a lot wrong, and I don't think it has really anything to do with CJ Stroud. Maybe CJ Stroud's sack avoidance isn't all that great, and that would probably help if he just got better in that area. But like you said, their offensive line's terrible. It might be the worst unit in the league. And then on top of that, you in the offseason, you trade away maybe their only good offensive lineman, Larry Tunsil. I mean, what are you doing? And then Tank Dell's out. You let Stephon Diggs go. You only have Nico Collins. Who else do you have? They can't run the football, especially with Joe Mixon on the injury list to start the season. 9 points. Listen, Rams defense, as young as they are, that's a hell of a defense. That's a hell of a defense. But 9 points, JV, come on. Like, that's brutal. I know it's week 1,
Yeah.
But, oh, my, how do you only get 9 points? Something's wrong with Houston's offense, and it has to be just play calling and just pure talent around C.J. Stroud. Because I don't think this is an indictment on Stroud at all. I think Stroud, you just give him the protection, one more weapon. He's a top 10 quarterback in this league easily.
You know what? And I'm thinking, I look at the score, obviously, first. Didn't cover the game yesterday. Rewatched it today. And I'm like, they put up 9 points. Like, could it be possible? Could it be possible that C.J. Stroud might not be everything we think? And I'm going back and I'm watching the game, and I'm like, you know what? Maybe he's a little bit of the problem with the offensive line, but he's making throws all over the field. And I'm thinking back to the playoff games I've watched from him. He's an ice-cold assassin in the playoffs. He's a dog in the playoffs. He shows up. So I'm like, listen, as much as C.J. Stroud might not look the best at moments, he's still got that top 10 potential. He was one of my top 10 quarterbacks last year. It's the new year, but it's the same old damn stuff from the Houston Texans. And then you got C.J. Stroud calling out his team for being lazy in practice. Or whatever the word, lollygagging, whatever it was. Like, I was just like, this is a disaster. If they played in a half-competent division, man, they'd be cleaned out. They're not making the playoffs. And nothing's changing. That's what's most shocking to me.